Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the February monthly reading for Leo. Any major Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind though, timing and energy is fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of February. This reading may or may not be for you, Leo, so please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. If this reading does not resonate, then check your other signs and placements. And don't forget to cross-watch. Okay, also wanted to mention the energies can be swapped around. Although I'm speaking directly to you, Leo, I could still be speaking directly to a cross-watcher. So take it how it resonates. Put yourself where you fit and don't fit yourself into a reading that's not meant for you. All right, Leo, now that I'm done my intro, let's jump right in and see what the universe and the angels have in store for you for February. I think watch your back. I think you're dealing with a two-faced friend here. I think you're really going to have to be careful. I do think this might be somebody of the same sex. I think you might be deepening a friendship, but you better be careful. You're dealing with somebody that's wearing a mask, that's got two faces. So I think be careful who you open up to, Leo, because somebody here does not have your best interests at heart. And slowly but surely, you're likely going to get ahead. So maybe you're going to be facing some challenges. I kind of feel you got a friend here in disguise that really doesn't have your best interests at heart. So, you know, pay attention to that, because I kind of do feel somebody is trying to come between you and something that you deeply desire, or someone. So I kind of feel get ready to be accused. Somebody here wants to throw you under the bus, throw you into the frying pan. Somebody here is being a greedy pig. I think whatever is coming up to be addressed, you will have victories. So I think you're going to have to deal with a very arrogant, two-faced person here that really is trying to prevent you from going towards something or somebody that you really deeply have a lot of passion for. So if you've been experiencing a period of depression or ill health, I think it's likely because of this two-faced friend. Maybe somebody's draining you. Maybe you need to take the rose-colored glasses off, Leo. Somebody here is being greedy. Somebody here is being a hoarder and really not telling you the truth. And I think you're about to get thrown into the frying pan. Get ready to be accused. Maybe because you're being complacent. Maybe it's time to embrace some changes. Where are you needing to step outside of yourself in order to face a situation, to recognize what's been going on behind the scenes, what's really caused this complacent, stagnant energy? Maybe it's time to let go of some fears. Maybe there's a reconciliation on the corner, and maybe this two-faced person is trying to prevent you from having this reunion with a loved one. This does not have to be a lover. This could be a reconciliation with a child, a parent, somebody from the past. We have many, many soulmates. For some reason, I needed to mention that. So a reunion is on the horizon, but you've got somebody that's really created a wedge between you and this reconciliation. So what is it that you're manifesting for your life? Because right now it's feeling very stuck and very stagnant. So what does Leo need to be aware of when it comes to these energies for the month of February? Protection. I think you better protect yourself when it comes to this two-faced person. I think you better practice some firm boundaries, Leo, because something isn't adding up here. So what else does Leo need to be aware of? There's that complacency, old patterns, old mindset, destructive habits coming up to be addressed. I think get ready to evaluate some toxic patterns. And yes, I'm talking to you, Leo. I think somebody here is stuck, and there's a need to address this once and for all. Get ready to face a challenge ahead. You got to face this challenge head on, Leo. I do think a shift in your personal beliefs. You're going to be tested. Get ready to be tested. You got somebody here working against you. I think you're stuck in a false foundation. Get ready for a tower. You can't keep playing into materialism and greed. If you've made this comfortable false sense of security for yourself, this is not the prescription that you need. Get ready for a major relationship paradigm shift. I think something's crashed into the ground because it's rooted in an old mindset, a toxic pattern, and it's time to reevaluate your past choices and to bring that recognition of these patterns into your heightened awareness. I think you've been feeling this shift coming for quite some time, Leo. You know you're stuck in an old mindset. You know it's time for change, and you've been feeling this shift happening below the surface. And I think you know divine is at work, and the time is now for this progression. Get ready for a relationship paradigm. Maybe somebody is in a toxic situation and their heart is asking them to go towards a reconciliation with another. Either way, there's going to be a big challenge ahead, a major obstacle to be faced, because you're stuck somewhere in a false foundation where you're not supposed to be. So get ready. If your life isn't playing out according to your plans, release that control, surrender it, because divine has better plans for you. And the divine is orchestrating these challenges in order for you to have meaningful long-term results for your path moving forward. It's time to master this lesson. It's time to step into mastery. It's time to conclude this. It's time to close something out from the past. Something needs to be addressed. Deep healing needs to take place. So pay attention, because something isn't right here, and you're about to get a major wake-up call is kind of what I'm feeling, Leo. Caring connections. So what are you focused on? Love or money? Love or money? I kind of feel somebody's been in a foundation for financial security, not really focused on love. Once again, what are you focused on, Leo? Love or money? Love or money? That's a big message. Because I think you've been trying to manifest abundance, and I think you've been hitting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock because you're not manifesting from the heart space. You're manifesting from a false sense of security. And moving forward, we're growing from the heart, from the inside out. So I think get ready for a lot to be mirror reflected back to you when it comes to these patterns, these destructive habits, these unhealthy choices. Because you're about to get a major wake-up call when it comes to this heart activation. Get ready for a heart activation, because it is about love, it is about balance, and it is about caring connections. I think somebody's been very materialistic, very greedy, and I think get ready to be accused. Somebody's been hoarding and greeting, and this just feels awful, because it is about love, Leo. So let's see what these influencing connections or influencing energies are. Connections, new supportive connections. It's about the heart, Leo. Oh my God. I think you kind of got to reevaluate your entire social structure. And I think there's fear about this. Fear about shifting a social structure. I think there are family, friends, and guides that are trying to guide you to this new place, to this milestone moment. But there you are, in those dark thoughts, lack mentality, hoarding all your money, hoarding all your emotions, because you fear if you give, you're not going to have anything for yourself. When in essence, the more you give, the more you receive. So I think get ready for some great achievement. This is about stepping into higher commitment. Oh my God, yeah, it is. I didn't even see that. Higher level of commitment. Partnership that will lead to marriage. Maybe you're closing out a long-standing commitment, but there's going to be a new creative spark after you let go of this false foundation. I think get ready to release a false commitment and the signing of a new soul contract. And you've been stressed about this. You've been in this lack mentality for quite some time. I think it's time to learn something new, Leo. I think it's time to open up the heart, because where you're at, it feels lonely, it feels dark, it feels depressing. And I think it's really time to look at the man in the mirror, to address these patterns. Like, I always think of Michael Jackson with this card with the red jacket, and I'm hearing that song, Man in the Mirror. You know, a lot of us are going through this shift in consciousness, and I think get ready for big changes. To look in that mirror, listen to that song. There's a message there for you, because you're stepping into commitment. Maybe you got to commit to bettering your life first and foremost in order for this great achievement. But I think there is some new supportive connections around the bend, and you're just going to need to, you know, follow what's been speaking to your heart. Abundance truly does come from the heart. So what are these influencing energies for Leo, please? Get ready to discover something you didn't know before. And there's that lack mentality. I think you're dealing with a two-faced friend. You're dealing with somebody that has hidden motivations. That's part of your family structure or your tight-knit of close friends. And you're about to have something unveiled that's been hidden below the surface, that's been keeping you in this lack mentality, in this place of dark thoughts, chronic indecision. You know that saying, flight or fight? Well, there's freeze. I feel like you've been frozen in this very dark mental evaluation when it comes to these patterns and these destructive habits. And you've been playing into fear. You've been playing into, you know, all of these dark energies. Your energy, I feel, is upgrading. I feel you've been going through a lot of very uncomfortable ascension symptoms. And when we do that, we play into the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the fear energy in order to purge that and release it. So I think you're dealing with a lot of stormy emotions when it comes to this very low energy. And maybe it's because you're connected to a two-faced person, I think. Somebody isn't who they say they are. So get ready for a realignment when it comes to these dark thoughts, Leo. So let's see what is being evaluated. Chaos and conflict. It is within the throes of chaos and conflict that we experience the biggest growth, the biggest changes, the biggest expansion. You're really evaluating what's for you and what's not for you. So I think it's time to speak that truth be told, exposure, heart awakening. Get ready for some chaos and conflict in order for you to step into service. Chop wood, carry water. I think it's time to get your grind on to manifest that unlimited abundance. And when we step into service of humanity, abundance truly is unlimited, Leo. So I think you have been thinking about a fated connection, about maybe coming back around for a reconciliation and bringing forward some mending, some long overdue mending, because you're learning why you've played into these patterns, why you've had the same lesson show up in a different face over and over and over again. So major lessons being learned. A lot of healing is taking place. Let's read into the book for that truth be told. Karmic freedom. It's a 14, breaking down to karmic freedom. So, you know, I think honesty, rigorous honesty about this false foundation. I think coming out of denial. Somebody's been in denial, and I think it's time to be utterly, completely transparent moving forward and to bring forward that clarity within all of your communication and dealings. So I think if you don't speak the truth always has a funny way of coming out. Somebody here has been hiding their motivations. My ear is ringing. I don't think it's time for a debate. I think it's time to proclaim your truth loud and clear, honor your truth with transparent, honest communication with others and with yourself, and nothing less will do. I think surrender to these challenges, because I think until that truth is spoken, you're going to be met with challenge after challenge after challenge in order to have this heartfelt, open conversation with another. I think it's time to tell the truth once and for all. It's time to tell the truth, and I think somebody's going to be willing to do whatever it takes to experience this prosperous life that they truly do desire. But it's going to take a real long, hard look at your life and an honest truth about your thoughts, your feelings, and your relationship, and especially your relationship to others and to money. What is true for you, Leo? What is true for you? Because that's where you're going to find the key to this doorway to value. If you've been dishonest with yourself or others, get ready for some exposure, because you can't deny this unhappiness in your life anymore. You can't keep living in denial. I think somebody's been misleading you. Somebody's been withholding some truth for you. Somebody, without a doubt, has been acting with hidden motivations. It's time to say no to dishonesty in all forms, whether this is you being dishonest, both of you, or somebody you're connected with. But in order to build that beautiful future that you're seeking, Leo, It's time to release the heavy burden of deceit and denial that's been imposed on you. So set yourself free. The truth is what will set you free. I'd like to read into this mending because I do feel the time is long overdue to heal something from the past. I think that's been, you know, denied on the heart. So let's read into that very quickly. Forgiveness. I think it's time to make amends. Somebody here is needing to make amends and to heal a long-standing burden or argument. I think we got to feel the hurt, allow the hurt to be felt and to pass through you in order to release these chains that have kept you in these old patterns and in this false sense of security. You know, it is hard when we unearth these buried emotions, these very deep echoes of past pains. And I think if you've been harboring resentment, it's time to release that. It's time to mend any rifts, any you know, conflicting energies from the past in order to take back your personal power, Leo. Leo is the strength card in the tarot. So now is the time to forgive and forget and to release and to bring peace back into your life. So if you need to make amends, make amends. Maybe somebody needs to make amends with you. Either way, the answer is always within your heart. So, you know, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. We've all hurt somebody. Somebody's always hurt us. You know, like it goes both ways. We hurt one another. We're human. We make mistakes. We can't like wallow in those mistakes or hold on to any bitterness or resentment, because then it really hinders our growth and hinders the ability to be happy living in the present moment. So I kind of feel somebody's been chasing after some materialistic pleasures and they really lost sight of long-term sustainable prosperity. They really lost sight of what was true on their heart. And I think bad choices were made. I think get ready to face ultimate failure in order to build from that ground zero, because honestly, we never have anybody to blame but ourselves for the choices that we make. So I think get ready to face some past hurts in order to bring forward mending and maybe a new perspective. Somebody's getting ready to strip the mask. Somebody's been wearing a mask, and this grief is going to allow that mask to fall away and to release this grip on separateness, me, and step into we, as part of a larger group, as part of a larger whole is what I'm feeling. So I think you're going to be met with a lot of challenges, some crossroad energy. Let's see what needs to come through with the Psychic Tarot. Yeah, I think there's been materialism, greed, hoarding, temptation, lustful desires, going after, you know, instant gratification. And I think it's time to own that truth and allow yourself to integrate these energies, to integrate all of these facets, to be able to spin yourself forward in a new direction. There is victory. There is victory here. Could be dealing with the Cancer. There is success here, but you got to break those chains with the devil. You got to speak some truth, Leo. So what else does Leo need to be aware of when it comes to these energies for February, please? Wisdom. That one just went flying, and it's the Power in reverse. I'm not getting up to get it, guys, but, you know, somebody's lacked taking their personal power back. I feel it's kind of time to go into where you've lacked owning your power, because there's a lot of spiritual wisdom being gained in the month of February. The Hierophant could be dealing with a Taurus. Somebody here, I feel, does have a direct connection to a higher power. Could be a counselor, a teacher, a coach. And maybe somebody does need to seek some guidance, but I think as truth is spoken, wisdom is gained, and movement can progress forward. So let's see what needs to come through with the tarot. Yeah, I think that's the block to a brand new beginning in love. Materialism. Somebody's been all focused on money, and he don't even got a coin in his hand. I think he might look solid and stable, but I think really what's being illuminated in February is big love, a third eye activation. When it comes to where your true heart belongs, there's been blocks when it comes to closing out a cycle and learning a major lesson. So get ready for a lesson to be learned in the month of February. I just saw the pre-Empress, so somebody's dealing with an Empress. Somebody's dealing with somebody that does know her worth, does know her value, probably very single. Maybe somebody's getting ready to offer a cup of love There is going to be a financial fall here, because I don't think this connection was honored when it should have been the first time around. I think major heart chakra activation. I think somebody's really been living in denial when it comes to their emotional truth. And I think that's going to be getting exposed in the month of February. So let's dig into your person, Leo. What needs to come through on Leo's person side, please? Series of unfortunate events. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Somebody's been complacent. Somebody's been stuck and they're facing major challenges. I think total financial ruin. Somebody's had their walls up, and I think divine's coming in to strip away all of these masks in order for somebody to learn a lesson when it comes to materialism, withholding, and greed. And I think somebody is seeking forgiveness in the energy. Could be dealing with a Cancer. There's an awakening here, a major wake-up call. What was hidden in the dark is coming to light, and there's no more confusion. That veil of illusion is being shattered. There was a missed opportunity. I feel your person is struggling severely financially. I think because they weren't stable in the past, they didn't do the work. They're really missing you. I feel a missed opportunity. They didn't want to look at this before, but they're looking at this now, Leo. And all they can think about is that missed opportunity. I think somebody in the past had a lot of options, was playing games, dealing with a two-faced friend. Maybe somebody lied about you. But they're experiencing financial hardship in order for this change to take place. I think this hurts. Somebody definitely is seeking forgiveness. There's that two-faced friend. Jealous, possessive, controlling, lustful, temptress energy. And I think there's a need to ask for forgiveness. Let's see what needs to come through on your side, Leo. Get ready for a Tower. That's that false foundation crumbling. Maybe somebody's getting thrown out and coming to ask for a place to stay is what I'm seeing. Somebody's coming back, something that was dead and gone. Somebody wants a revival, a regeneration, a renewal. Somebody is manifesting a new beginning with you. Yeah, because they didn't value you in the past. There was a broken connection. I think somebody wants a new start. I think somebody's coming in with an exciting new offer, trying to manifest a reconciliation here because they've gained a different perspective. I think they've lost a lot of money in that false foundation. I think they're coming to speak some truth because they know there's been an imbalance. I think somebody here is getting some bad news because they're needing to move homes. I think somebody might be getting thrown out of a house in a false foundation because it's time to go towards wish fulfillment. Happier times, working together, building a foundation together because somebody's at the crossroads. They've been in a foundation pretending to be happy. There's no joy in their life. They've been holding on to something very toxic, very unfulfilling, and the pathway forward's been illuminated, but I think it's going to create a huge financial loss. A building from ground zero, a karmic reset. Get ready because there is a new beginning here. Somebody's getting ready to speak some truth. I think this Queen of Swords is ready to receive communication. She's looking right at that person moving home. She knows this is coming. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Leo, another Leo, Cancer, Pisces, or Libra. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I think get ready for that heart-to-heart conversation once and for all. So actually, we're going to grab some archetype energies. Let's see into your person. Get ready for explosive action. I think explosive emotions. Somebody was a Don Juan in the past. Somebody was a player, non-committal. And I think something is about to get blasted out of the water. Destructive energies are being blasted away as the two of you are preparing for a new life. So what else needs to come through for Leo's person, please? Wow. Victory. Either way, there is victory here. Yeah, I think your person's being shed some light on, you know, the theft of their wealth. Maybe somebody's been taken for a ride in a karmic situation. I think somebody's been stealing money from your person. And they're really deep in this lack mentality, stealing their energy, and realizing that, you know, this thieving two-faced friend really stole an opportunity from them going towards you. I think they see you as a goddess. I think your person is in deep need of healing. I think your person has been taken advantage of, and they're in need of help. And I think they really want to repair this connection with you, Leo. They really want to repair this spiritual connection. And I think they might need your help transforming this pain into healing. There is a beautiful goddess, divine feminine energy here. She is all about love. She is unconditional love. She's all the queens wrapped up into one. She's learned her lesson. She knows her worth. She knows her value. She's open-hearted. She's got this beautiful life force energy radiating sensuality. And I feel something's being exploited in the energy when it comes to a masculine figure. So what needs to come through on Leo's side? I think you were maybe left out in the past, left out in the cold in the past, and you transformed those feelings of abandonment. I feel you are very independent and you're learning to go it alone, and now your person is conquering some survival fears. I think get ready for a final judgment call to be made. Could be dealing, maybe your person's going through a divorce and there's going to be a final court rebalancing. But if you notice on this picture, the scales are not balanced. There is something needing to come back into balance. There has been an injustice in the past. And I feel your person is going through a lot of destruction for the misuse of their power and their energy, because the time is now for this illusion to be destroyed, for this false foundation to crumble. Because I do feel an alchemizing connection here, transformative spiritual connection, as we step into this golden age of Aquarius. So somebody is seeking some spiritual help. Yep, somebody's been that martyr, that Pisces energy, that hanged man reverse, self-pity party. Maybe that's the addiction to, oh, poor, pitiful me. But I think transcending these difficulties without a doubt. So let's see what needs to come through with the romance angels. Heart-to-heart conversation. Yep, I think it's time. I do think it's time for that heart-to-heart conversation, to have that honest, open-hearted conversation about your feelings with one another. I think somebody's learning to stay optimistic when it comes to their love life. I think breaking free from addictions, beautiful. The codependency card just flipped out in reverse. So breaking free from these toxic relationship patterns, these addictive cycles, materialism and greed. And I think getting ready to come forward. I think you're going to enjoy a little retreat together. I know it looks like they're getting married, but I think maybe this will lead to a higher level of commitment. I always think of the Hierophant with that V, you know, wedding energy. So I think somebody really learned to love themselves, and this is now attracting this to come back around after a period of separation, because this chemistry can't be denied, Leo. There is a strong magnetic attraction here, and I think this was about healing family karma, healing family issues, healing past timelines. And maybe somebody needed to learn to let go of control. There's that miser energy, controlling energy. So I think a lot of forgiveness is being offered. So get ready. This is a magnetic connection, because your soul is evolving, learning major lessons. Sometimes we have difficult past life karma to work through. And I think acknowledging these difficulties and healing them, because your path is being illuminated in February, Leo, and somebody misses you. I think get ready for somebody to reach out, or maybe you need to reach out. Either way, I think you're both missing each other. What else does Leo need to be aware of? Yeah, this is a necessary transition that has to happen. So allow this to happen. Allow these challenges to kind of work their way through your energy when it comes to closing out a major cycle. And, you know, Leo, you can never, ever be victimized unless you allow it. So it's kind of time to take your power back. We all have choices. And I think somebody really needs to get honest with themselves about what's really going on, because this transition is needing to take place. Either you or your person is struggling. Either way, somebody needs compassion and understanding at this time. I think a lot of honesty, a lot of truth coming forward. And all of these external influences and challenges are asking you to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities in order to go towards your happiness. So let's see what needs to come through with the Crystal Stone deck for a closing message for you, Leo. Find your tranquil place and go with your gut. Go with your gut instinct. I think somebody's been ignoring their gut is what I'm feeling. Yeah, and I think somebody's been playing into fear and this fearful cycle, this fearful thought process when it comes to taking action. And it's time to get rid of all of these insecurities, to find that passion, that confidence again. All right, what else does Leo need to be aware of, please, for a closing message? There we go. Find your center. I do think you need protection from this two-faced friend. I do think maybe reputations are going to be shattered in the month of February when it comes to reestablishing this powerful, energetic soulmate connection. I think somebody needs to put some boundaries in place because they're dealing with the two-faced friend that's likely an emotional vampire that's really been siphoning their energy and their finances. I think get ready to be spun out of your comfort zone, because it's kind of time to bring this into your awareness where people have not been reciprocating, breaking free from limitations, enhancing your spiritual vision. And I have massive third eye pressure right now. So maybe some third eye activations, but something's been fishy. Somebody's been feeling this happening for quite some time. I think get ready because the skeletons of the past are coming out of the closet. Something's coming back around to be dealt with in order to sustain a sense of balance is what I'm feeling. So you might want to keep your cool. I think there's been a lack of truth, and I think as this truth comes out, people might be, very aggressive as you face these challenges, but it's long past time to let go of these old patterns, this false sense of security and this materialistic foundation, and to get back into the heart. And that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If it did and you would like to book a personal reading, please feel free to check out the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.